beautiful event, wonderful weather. It's always a great location here, right? And what I find very exciting and makes me very happy that I see a lot of new faces, right? Like I would say next generation of people, in many of the companies, these are younger people who've kind of are very enthusiastic about the field. And remember, this is a new field, right? I mean, a decade old. And it's really great to see people who've come in, like in many of the companies, and for them it's obvious this exists. It's like this is a new industry. It's obvious to them this is a growing industry. And I just find that wonderful. So what I see and what I think is that really getting these therapies to more patients, that's the priority, right? I mean, these are some of the products have been approved. You've got CAR-Ts approved. You've got other products really advancing in clinic. And, when you work with scientists, they're always trying to, the next generation, they're always in development. But I think it's really important to focus on the industrial side. How do we make enough of these products? How do we get them to patients all over the world? How do we not make this a privileged kind of therapies, right? And it's about reducing cost, expanding capacity, just getting it out to patients, maybe not making some of these products fourth line of therapy, maybe making them even a second or first line of therapy. And I believe it's very doable, right? It's just a matter of the industry kind of working together and putting their heads together on how to get this done quickly and efficiently. I'm a big fan of cell and gene therapies. I think they have tremendous promise for patients in many, many areas. And I just think that what's missing is the ability to decentralize, okay? It's not that everything has to be decentralized. It's always kind of a combination. There's many things that can be, but you need to have the choice. You need to have the ability to decentralize. And I really look at this industry. It's very unique in the biotech industry, right? I've worked in other sectors in this industry. And one of the things people forget that, especially for the autologous therapies, right? But not only, it's a very personalized therapies. And what you're doing is people don't really manufacture cells, they reprogram, right? So you're taking a cell from a patient, you're bringing it in, you're running a biological algorithm on that cell, and you're expanding and you're giving it back to the patient, right? And whenever you're talking about reprogramming, just as you would in a software industry, you want to standardize a platform, right? You want to have one platform, so not everybody has to invent his own computer, his own software, right? Because think of the state of the industry today. Everybody who's developing a cell therapies have got to have their own kind of hardware. And when I mean hardware, I mean, the engineering that's needed to expand or reprogram that cell. Everybody has their own kind of QC, their own QA. It's just very non-standardized. And if you think of an app developer, okay, imagine somebody developing an app for, having a personalized suit on the internet, okay? And he goes out to investors and he said, look, I want you to invest in me $500 million because I want to build my own computer. I want to build my own software. It doesn't make sense. What makes sense is to have a standardized platform. And that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to make sure that it doesn't matter if you're using this device or that device, it fits into our mobile units. If you want to work in a centralized facility, fine, put the mobile units there. If you want to work in a decentralized fashion, not a problem. You can place them wherever you want them. So that's what we're trying to achieve when we talk about decentralization. It's having the option to decentralize. It's having a standardized platform that everybody can use and that is not kind of competitive. It's not that you have to use this device or that device. It all fits in, it plugs in, like you would develop a computer, right? You want the next memory generation to be able to fit in easily. That's kind of the concept here. And why decentralized? Because look, these are personalized therapies. Many of these products are fresh. Many of them are better when they are fresh, right? You want to have the ability to put these supply units, okay, or processing units. I don't even want to call them manufacturing units. You want to put them wherever they are needed. So if you want to bunch them all together, good. If you want to spread them out, why not? Why not have that choice? So Orgenesis has a new division. It's called Orgenesis, and it provides a service. We've really built out this platform. We've built out these hubs globally. We're working today in 15 countries, and these hubs, they supply all the quality assurance, the QC, the training, the supplies. They standardize the entire ecosystems, right? And they also provide the mobile units, right? And they can be placed closer by, near the hospitals, or ever they are needed, right? We have a choice. And one of our plans, one of our most important things, is to make sure we can expand this platform and provide this platform for any company or any hospital or any institute that needs these therapies. So we can supply through these modular units, these ampules, Orgenesis mobile processing units and labs. And in it, we adapt these therapies into these mobile units. So we've had a lot of progress in the last 2 years in Europe, in Asia, and for us this year, US is very much a focus. We've already got, our collaborations with Johns Hopkins, with the UCD hospitals, with other locations, and we want to make sure we are setting up these hubs, setting up the ampules, and making sure that the same kind of standardized platform we have in other countries is being well established in the US, and just giving the option for any company we work with, whether it's US-based or European-based or Asian-based, that wants to supply these products in the US has that option. Well, CEOs of public companies are not allowed to make predictions. So this is my prediction, not a company prediction, okay? When I look into the future, I see this space, personalized engineering of cells, personalized reprogramming. I almost see it as a next stage of human evolution. It's kind of where we take control on our genetics, right? Cells are cleverest little things in the world. Like they're the best, the cleverest at making proteins. They're wonderful little computers. They have some secret ingredients that maybe we'll never discover, right? That allow them to do amazing things. And they have all that information stored in them. And we are just at the tip of the iceberg of understanding how to have that conversation, how to reprogram them. We have great new technologies. We've got CRISPR, we have mRNA, we have viruses. We know how to reprogram them, but we're just at the beginning. We're like, remember when there were first computers, you could only do 0, 1, 1, 0, stuff like that. That's where we're at. We only know the very basic commands. We can add, subtract, that's it. But there's a whole world of computing waiting out there for us. Right? We can be as sophisticated as we can in any other computational industry we have, right? It's just standardizing the platform so we can implement this, right? And as we learn more about immuno-oncology, as we understand better molecular pathways, we have big data converging. We've got AI technologies, right? Allowing us to analyze and help us learn how to deal with this. So we've got this whole platform for reprogramming ourselves, right? And we have sophisticated species as humans. We've changed the environment, okay? And not being judgmental about it, just saying things change, right? We've influenced our environment. That environment is now influencing us back, right? We have new threats, new ecological conditions, diseases, and we need to be able to protect ourselves and adapt. And what better way than reprogramming ourselves to learn to adapt to this. It's a challenging world, right? We've got a lot of people. We've got a lot of things going on, and we need to be able to really make this knowledge, this human knowledge, available to everyone, not just to the privileged. And the way to do that is to standardize and just make a very simple platform that any new innovation can be addressed in, that can easily be adapted in and made available. And I believe that is where we are going.